Okay, guys, welcome once again. For those who don't know me, I think it would be appropriate for me to introduce myself. My name is Precious Idoro. I'm a freelance content writer and your host for tonight. Once again, I'm happy to have you and thank you for joining in on time. I also have with me here Justice, Mr. Justice Ejumemo. Please, can you just say hi to those present? He's a copywriter and he's one of our guest speakers.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Justice Ejumemu. That name is kind of very, very complicated, but yeah, I'm excited to be here. Hoping to talk to you guys soon.
All right, thank you very much, Justice. We also have with us another of our guest speakers, Goodness Obaika. He's an e-commerce merchant.
Hello, good evening. Okay, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, so I had a pretty introduction in my head, but this just his voice where I just heard. I'm trying to replicate it, but I hope I'm trying. Good evening, guys. I'm Goodness Obaika. I do e-commerce. Yes, they call me e-commerce. An e-commerce merchant. Yeah. Yeah, innocent.
Thank you very much, Goodness. Yeah. Well, this is my first webinar, true confession. This is my first webinar, and I'm a little shy of the people I'm seeing here, but I guess by the end of the day, we'll get acquainted with each other. I will feel less shy, and you get value for your time. So, without much ado, because I know you are all pressed for time. Sorry about that. This is Nigeria. Sorry. Okay, but I don't think that's going to. Okay, we're back. All right, so without much ado, we're going to start the webinar right now, so I don't waste your time, and we can all get back to what we want to do for the evening. I'll share my slide right about now. Just give me a minute, please. Hey, please confirm that you can see my slide. I can't see you in the chat box, so perhaps, Goodness, please, can you just unmute and confirm that my slide is visible?
Okay, I can see it from my end.
All right, thank you very much. So, like I promised, we are going to be talking about 5 things you need to know to make thousands of dollars as a freelance writer. For those who were not here when I made my first introduction, I'm going to do that again. I'm Precious Idoro. I'm a freelance content writer. I'm on Upwork and some other platforms. I'm also an author and in some other life, an electrical and electronic engineer. Well, we'll get right to it. I feel like before we talk about the 5 things that can help you make thousands of dollars, it is only appropriate for us to talk about freelance content writing, what it is and what it involves, especially for those who don't have any idea what we are talking about. Because yes, I got some messages and I know some people here who said they have no idea what content writing is, nor what being a freelancer is. So I believe it's appropriate to start from there. So freelance content writing has to do with a kind of work arrangement where you or me can, set up our skill sets set up a service, and we offer it to clients on a project by project basis. Now, it's not the kind of job you have where you go to sit in an office full-time or you work for somebody full-time. No, this person is hiring you to do a particular job. And once you've done it, you are free to go and do any other thing you want to do, meet another client, offer your services. I'm sure you already have an idea of what a freelancer is. You know, that plumber that comes to your house to do a quick job, and then you pay him, he leaves. He's a freelancer. It's just that the service he offers is a plumbing service. You also have the electrician, you know, electrical artisans who come to your home and they fix your light or fix any fixture that you tell them to. And when they are done, they leave. They've done their job. You've paid them just for that one-off. Yes, they come on a project by project basis. They are not employed full-time by you. It's the same thing here. For freelance content writer, you are employed by somebody to carry out just one or two writing services or writing projects. And when you are done, you can move on to someone else. You work independently, and usually it's remotely. Although there are some people who are actually employed in companies, but then we can't call them freelancers, then they are just content writers. In this case, you're talking about freelancers, freelance content writers. They are people who are not employed full-time by any company or any organization. They work independently and usually they work remotely. Of course, there might be times where somebody will have a project that requires you to come to their office once or twice to, you know, complete your project, and then you can leave. But the primary responsibility of a freelance content writer here is to create engaging and high quality written content for various purposes. In fact, we have freelance content writers who write web posts, they write web content, they write a blog post, they write social media posts, marketing materials. The truth is, once you start this business, you begin to see the different categories of writings that can be done. In fact, copywriters are also is also a branch of content writing. It's just that these copywriters, they are writing now to sell products, sell services, you know, but they are content writers nonetheless. So it's a broad field. It involves writing and editing, it involves research, it involves marketing yourself. You know, you have to build a portfolio, you have to understand different target audiences. Sometimes you need basic search engine optimization tactics. I know that many of us here are beginners in the field, so I'm not going to bore you with the details of search engine optimization. There are lots more to know about freelance content writing, but I believe these few should help you to, you know, have a kind of idea of what the freelance content writer does. But before I move on, I would like to also talk about some of the benefits you can get as a freelance content writer. There are lots of benefits you can get as a freelance content writer. And I think the number one thing should be money, right? Yeah, it should be money, because in this country, I believe many of us that came here didn't come here because they like the sound of writing. Of course, some of us love writing, but the primary motivation for wanting to learn it comes from earning. And if that's what you're looking for, there are lots of opportunities there. Let me give you an idea, the kind of opportunities you can get as a freelance content writer, monetary wise, especially if you can get foreign clients. I remember when I first began to write, the first person I worked with was a Nigerian, and I was getting paid 1.5 naira per word. Yeah, so think about that. If I write 1,000 articles, 1,000 word article, a 1,000 word article, I get paid 1,500 naira. And if I write a 500 word article, I get paid, give or take, is out 700 naira or so, around that, which is quite small. But then I think I was happy to get it because it was that or nothing. But now think about the very first client I got that was not in this country. That is a foreign client I got. I got paid $10 to write the same 1,000 word article that I've been writing for someone else for 1,500 naira. Sometimes it's not even a ceiling of 1,000 words. It could be as low as 500 words, and I still get paid $10. So then it means when you convert it as at the currency, the exchange rate then was about 450 per dollar. So it means for that $10, I'll be earning 4,500 naira, as opposed to 700 naira, 1,500 naira. So you can see there's kind of a difference. Now think about what that money is in our current economy. Think about 740, 750, depending on the black market app that you choose to use. You know, there is a very high opportunity to earn more, even though for the people that are paying you, it is actually chicken change. It's very little, to say the least. But when you bring it to Nigerian Naira, it becomes kind of big. So that's one very big opportunity there. Another opportunity that you get is to meet lots of people, varied kinds of people, people from different environments, and you kind of learn to communicate with them, knowing their specific personality. For example, in this content writing business, I've come to see that people from the US, they are kind of courteous, just straight to the point. You do your business and that's it. People from Australia think they are worse. Just get the job done. Don't try to be friendly. Just do what you're asked. But people from other places, I've worked with an Israeli, and he was just so free. I knew the name of his wife, his kid, so you get to learn and relate with different kind of people, which I think is a very great skill if you are going to last in the business of freelance content writing. So that's just some of the things that we have, some opportunities that you have. Of course, there are more, but we don't have the time to really talk about them. So the very first thing we are going to talk about out of the 5 things that we plan to talk about today is how to write. I feel if we are going to talk about making money from writing, it is only appropriate that we talk about writing itself. Some people believe that you need to have a special talent to write. First of all, I want to tell you that that is not absolutely true. According to Anna Handley, she said that everybody writes, or almost everybody writes. The statistics show that up to 86% of people in the world write, including you. If you, put on a status on your WhatsApp, you are writing. If you are sending a message to your friend, you're writing. But the truth is, the kind of writing we're talking about goes beyond just stringing sentences together or stringing words together. It's not about just the ability to put pen to paper. It's not just about the ability to type on a keyboard, on your laptop. No, it is the ability to make main points stand out, to make connections between ideas, to let words flow, to let words touch people, create a rhythm with your words. It's like creating music. But at the end of the day, you should be achieving the aim of your client. It is very important to note that you should be achieving the aim of your client, no matter how well, how good you are at writing, how good you are at making reading, making music with your writing. If you are not making the main point stand out or doing what your client wants you to do, there's a problem. There is a huge problem. And I've seen people like that. I've seen people who write a lot. They write a lot of words. They even use kind of English we call gobbledygook. They write a lot, but the truth is, no one can actually see the point of what they are writing. That's not the kind of writing we're talking about. I want to picture a book that you like. I like you to picture maybe a write-up that you've read and you loved it, it touched your heart. Think about what made that thing touch your heart, what made that write-up, stand out from the others. Personally, when I was growing up, I read, maybe during my junior secondary school days, I read a lot of Chase. I love James Hadley Chase a lot. And not just because it had detective stories, but also because of the way he is able to use words. He's able to play with words. He just writes something so simple, but when you read it, you know that he's attempting humor there. And sometimes I can't help but laugh out loud. That's how a good writer does. He elicits the proper emotions. And sometimes the proper emotions is not to make someone laugh, it's not to make someone sad, it's just to make someone understand. Those who do technical articles, you agree with me. Those who write technical documents where you have to, user manual, so you have to tell people, do this, do that. I know those kind of people, they use visual illustration more than they use words. But nonetheless, writing in general, when it comes to freelance content writing, you should be able to elicit the proper response from the person, elicit the proper emotions from the person using words. But how do you do that? Some things that can help you is to read. I always put reading as number one because you cannot give what you don't have. You can only give what you have. So if you have nothing upstairs, you've not fed your mind, how do you produce something? I used to have, okay, I know someone, not used to. I know someone who writes. He writes books, and I've read some of his books. And frankly, I told him, see, I don't like what you are doing. What you've written here, even people in primary school might no longer appreciate it, because with time, the IQ of these children, because of the exposure that they have, it's no longer like us when we grew up and we were enjoying those tortoise stories. No. He was, even if he was writing the tortoise stories, perhaps he was not even stringing the words together the way they should and making the main points down. That he was not making the book flow. And I asked him, do you read? How many books have you read in the past 1 year? And he told me he does not read, and he does not have the time to read. So it is no wonder that he's writing that kind of book. So you have to read to be able to write. So now is a good time to let you know that if you want to go into freelance content writing or any kind of writing at all, and you don't read, I'm sorry to say that you might not last in it. You might not do well in it. Most likely you won't do well. In fact, you won't do well in it. Sorry, it's not a curse, but that's the truth. You have to read. Another thing that you have to do if you want to be a good writer is to apply it across board, apply it across everything you do. Even on social media, I see people say, I write like this on social media, I use abbreviations, I don't complete the things that I'm writing because the other person can understand me. And when I want to do a formal writing, I won't write like that. Trust me, content writing is not a spirit that you can put off for a while and then put it on again. You have to do it across board. If you are making mistakes and not correcting them when you chat on WhatsApp, you are invariably going to bring it back into your content writing, and your clients will not like it. Imagine submitting an article to a client or a blog post or an email, and it's riddled with mistakes and abbreviations. Imagine how that would be. Do you think that client will want to hire you again? I don't think so. I won't hire you again, personally. Another thing you have to do if you want to know how to write very well is to write regularly. Practice make better. Let's not say perfect because nobody is perfect, but if you keep practicing, you keep getting better. I would like to say the way I was 3 years ago, that's not the same way I am right now. I have evolved, and that's because I write regularly. So if you want to do well in content writing, one thing you need to do is to write regularly. It will make your writing better. So the second thing you need to do if you hope to make thousands of dollars from freelance content writing is to know where to get clients. It's very important because you are not paying yourself. You're not just doing it for fun, like we said already. You want to make money from it. So where do you get clients? On your screen right now, you can see a number of places where you can find jobs, writing jobs. Some of these sites anyway might not give you the ones that you seek. That is, as a freelancer, a freelance content writing, someone looking for a freelance content writing job. You might have content writing on this job site, or it might be in the office where you have to work full time. But on the other side of the page, you will see places like Fiverr, Upwork, job boards like Media Bistro, Genie. I've even seen some freelance content writing jobs on Indeed. There is also ProBlogger and lots more like that. But the number one place you should start, because I know we have a lot of beginners here, and someone was asking me earlier, how do I get clients if I start writing? Where do I get them from? The very first place you should start from is your friends and family. Yes, put it on your status, let them know that you are writing. I remember something that James Clear said in his book, Atomic Habits. He said, for a habit to be formed, and I want everyone to note that for you to be a good writer and you are learning, you have to make writing a habit. You have to do it regularly enough for it to become part of you. So for a habit, for you to become a writer, you have to do it regularly. And every time you do it, you become, it's like a testament, a vote to the fact that you have chosen to become a writer. So when people see you writing, when people see you say, I'm a writer, and you're actually doing things to show that you're a writer, they begin to believe you. And this family and friends, they will actually refer you. Some people will say, I don't have the proper network to connect me to people who can hire me, but trust me, there are people on your list that you don't know have such connections. They will connect you. Even if you don't have it right now, if they hear someone else saying, I need a writer, they will recommend you. So first, start with your family and friends. My first job, I got it from a classmate. He was Nigerian, he was getting job from people abroad. And of course, the pay was meager, but it was somewhere to start. So start from there, family and friends. You can also get jobs from Fiverr, Upwork. These platforms, they are free for you to join. Media Bistro, Genie, ProBlogger. And let me just talk a little about how you get on these platforms. What you need to do is to create a profile. Your name, your contact, talk about what you can do. But of course, you're already writing before now. You're already putting up samples, you're, creating things. And so you know what you can do. You let people know what you can do for them. It's very important that you put what you can do for them, not what you are. Because I see a lot of people make that mistake. They come and say, I've been a writer for the past 5 years. Nobody wants to know that. Or rather, the people abroad, many of them, they don't want to know that. What they want to know is, can you do the job I have for you to do? Show them that you can. On Fiverr, the reason I don't like Fiverr that much is because it's a passive platform. You put up your profile and you wait for clients to come to you. And if the algorithm does not favor you, you won't have anybody. So I prefer Upwork because Upwork has the same thing that Fiverr has. Clients can come and view your profile and hire you. But then they also have the active part where people post jobs and then you can apply to those jobs, show the people that you can do this job, and then they hire you. Well, somebody told me that he's been on Upwork for a long time and he has not gotten any clients. So that's why I'm going to take a little time to talk about Upwork specifically, because it's my platform of choice. I think it's one of my favorite platforms when it comes to freelance content writing. So the reason many people don't get jobs on Upwork, and I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy to get job on Upwork, just like it's not easy to get jobs anywhere. You have to kind of work for it. Before I got my first client on Upwork, it took up to 3 months. But some people get on the platform and they just get a client. I know someone here who got that. It was like that. But it took me 3 months to get a single client because these people, they don't know you. You get on it and you have no portfolio, you have nothing to show that you as someone can do the job that they want. So you have to prove it through the applications that you submit to these jobs. They require you to tell them, a little about yourself. But I'm going to tell you, don't tell them about yourself when you are sending applications. No, your profile does that. Your profile tells people about you and what you can do. But when you are applying to a specific job, you have to be very, very specific. You have to tell them that you've done this job before and I can help you with this. Even if I've not done this job before, I have the proper skill set to help you with this job. That's what they want to see. I want to show you a quick example. I'll stop sharing this particular screen and show you an application I submitted to a job. And might not be one of my best applications. I see it is a little scrawny because when I wrote it, I was sleepy. It was about 12 p.m. at night. So I just saw this job and I said, okay, I think it fits something that I want. And I applied to it. So just a minute. I'll show you. While we wait for that, I want to let you know also that Upwork has an algorithm that monitors what you do. If you are the type that submits applications to every single job you see, Upwork does not like that, and it will count against you. So that could also be a reason you are not getting job on the platform. Okay, let me share my screen now to show you how simple the application that I wrote was. Sorry. Okay, so here's it. It's as simple as this. If you notice what I did, this woman was looking for someone in the personal development niche, someone who can write articles in the personal development niche, including motivational, inspirational, and positive thinking niche. She's a health and fitness lady, and that's what she was requesting. So what did I do? I didn't go telling her that I have 5 years experience or 6 years experience writing. I just went ahead and told her, in the past 6 months, I've written articles in this field, and I've worked closely with a few clients to develop SEO and SEM strategies to ensure more reach. And I told her the results that I've gotten from it. I didn't even use a metric, which is even better. It's better to say achieve 50% this, maybe increase in traffic in the website or something along the lines. But I didn't do that. I just told her it was astounding. And I give her samples to show that I've done something like I can actually do the job that you want. And I want to say for emphasis that others have already applied for this job. When I got to that place, I saw that more than 15 people have already applied, and I wrote this. So she saw what I did, and I also put a call to action, whichever one she wants. Does she want to chat? Does she want a call? Does she want a video call? I have all the options there. So which one will you choose? So what was the response? She responded a few minutes later. Let me share that. And so you can see what she liked about the application. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so she simply said, hello, Precious, your sample blogs speak to me as I am a life coach, fitness trainer, blah, blah, blah. Please quote me a price per blog and I will consider your offer. You see, I've already got a foot in the door. She replied to my application because she could see that I could do what she was asking. I've already done something similar and I'm showing to her that I can do that job. So for that person who asked me how to get jobs on Upwork, this is how you start. Let them know that you can do the job that they're asking you to do. I think we've said a lot, but if you want to check this out, you can look it up. Just check out these other job boards. You'll see Indeed, Media Bistro, Genie, Blogger, and the likes. And of course, you can also go the code pitching route. Code pitching refers to a strategy where you reach out to people who don't know you originally, maybe on LinkedIn. You have to target specific people who have the power to hire you and who are actually looking for your services. And you let them know, I've observed you, I've checked out your website, and I think you need this, you need that. And you let them know that you can offer these services if they want it. And not surprisingly, some of them go ahead to hire you. And it might be the very best offer that you get, even better than the ones you get on Upwork. So that's just saying anyway. The next thing we want to talk about is building a portfolio. I've already said when you apply on places like Upwork and other job boards, you have to show to the person that you can actually do the job. How do you show to the person? You need a portfolio. You need to have written articles on these fields. You need to have written at least articles, even if not from that field, because I've applied to different niches entirely where I've never written anything. And I tell them, see, I've written articles in this other niche. Look at my writing style. If you like it, I can actually do this job. And I've gotten jobs like that as well. So build a portfolio, preferably in the niche that you are applying to. But if not, at least get a portfolio. Nobody wants to hire somebody who has not done a job before. It's very rare. Yes, I got it in when I applied for my first job. That guy just trusted me, and because of that, I actually gave him a discount. We worked for years. In fact, he gave me a referral to someone else, and that person happened to be one of my biggest clients yet. Because of the referral, I had a good relationship with the person. So it's very rare to find people like that who will hire you without a portfolio. So build one. The articles that you're going to write, those ones you wrote for family and friends, keep them. Those ones you write on Medium, those ones you wrote on LinkedIn, keep them in a database. You have to build your portfolio without thinking about money first, especially if you're just starting. When you're just starting, you don't think about money yet. Think about writing articles for free. You can even write for free. You can write to yourself, pick a topic and just write to yourself. I've done that before several times. I just pick a topic and write to myself. I'll write it and then I'll keep it in a place. If I see a job that is looking for that, I will give that as a sample. And then there is Medium. I don't know if any one of you know Medium, if all of you know Medium, but you can just go on Google and Google Medium. It's a place where you can write freely about your experiences, about different topics. There are people who are tech writers there, and they are writing about tech. There are people who are writing about software as a service, SaaS. There are people who are writing about voice over internet protocol on Medium. You can write that. Even on LinkedIn, people share different kind of articles and different kind of blog posts. You can use that to build a portfolio. There are also blogs you can write for. When just before I got my first client, I wrote for Opera News Hub, if any of you know it. I wrote for free. They were not paying me, but I wrote some beautiful articles there. And I've also used those articles as a part of my portfolio to show to clients that I can do the job that they're asking me to do. And then finally, when you have all of these, you can meet paying clients. But it's important that you organize your portfolio. Some clients might not like you sending them, ordinary documents and saying, this is it. They want links. They want to be able to click on links instead of downloading something that can put virus in their computer. Just give them links. And I have a sample here. A sample. This website is clippings.me. You can see it on your screen. Clippings.me. I put some of my articles on this website. You can do the same, and you can segment your articles. Make articles of different niches. Segment your articles. Here now, I have only tech content. So the articles I've written in tech niche, that's what I put here. So if I want to apply to a job that has to do with tech, I will go here and I will present this particular portfolio to them. I also have another one that is in the construction niche. There's another one in the personal development niche. So you can build them like that, and then you have portfolio. There's another way. You can also get a personal website. Then you have to pay for a domain. It's a long shot. It's quite expensive for you who is just starting to do all of that. So I don't think it's something I would recommend for beginners, but if you can do it, wow, it will really help you a lot. But if not, use all these other websites like clippings.me. You can go on Google to search for more. So the next thing that you need to know to earn thousands of dollars in this freelance content writing domain is to get a niche. Like I said before, freelance content writing is very large. there is a lot, there are lots of things involved in freelance content writing, web content, blog posts. You can't write them all. You are not that good. Even if you are, nobody is that good. You can't be good in all the niches. You can't be good at writing everything. So it's often good to niche down. Can you just settle down and choose tech? Can you just settle down and choose the food and beverage industry? Can you just think about the software as a service niche and just write about that? Can you write on positive thinking? These are different niches, and there are so many. Trust me, there are hundreds of niches that you can go to. It's like what they call specialty in the medical field. So, what's your specialty? He's an or how do they call it? Sorry, ophthalmologist, or is it optician for the eye? You have those whose job is to take care of the teeth, the dentists. These are specialists. They are doctors, yes, but they are specialists. They are just focused on this one area. So that's what getting a niche in writing also means. Just get a job in this one area. Focus on this one area. Know it very well. Trust me, this is how you make a lot of money. Those people who are able to niche down, these people, they are considered specialists, and specialists always earn more. If somebody is paying a general content writer maybe $20, they'll pay these specialists perhaps even $150 because they know that there are very few people like this guy. But the truth is, when you just begin, you can't niche down. It's difficult to niche down. You have to explore, because first off, you don't know where your strengths are yet. And if you niche down too soon, you might not be able to get clients for many, many months. So it's best to first explore. Try this, try that, write for this, write for that. Once you've gotten enough experience, you begin to see where you are better off, where you are good at. So when you are considering a niche, you have to think about of course, talk about the skills that you have. That, for me, that's the first thing. Do you enjoy writing in that niche? Are you good at writing in that niche? But if you're not good, nobody will hire you if you still niche down. So your skill, can you do it? And then think about the demand for that niche. If you go to a niche where there is not a lot of demands, then you will have too many competitions and you might not get the jobs that you need. And then also think about the budget of the client. There are some niches where the client can only afford to pay you $5. They'll be telling you they'll pay you $5. While there are some other niches that will pay you even as high as $200 per article or per blog post or per email, things like that. Choose a niche where the clients, they have deep pockets, and then consider your natural talents, where you excel the most. Very important. And don't forget, as a beginner, explore, write in different niches. And when you find the one that resonates most with you, settle for that. Okay? Very importantly, the last thing that you have to learn to be able to make thousands of dollars is how to sell. I think selling is one of the most important things in this world. Selling. Everything that you're going to get in this world, you have to get through selling. You might not know that you are selling, but one way or the other, you are selling for you to make any money. And if you are not good at it, you won't make a lot. So selling is number one thing you are going to learn when you start writing. So now you are good at writing, you are good at creating things that make people, that resonate with people, but you have to put it in front of them. You have to be able to tell them that you can do this, and that is selling. The most important commodity you will ever sell to anyone is yourself. You have to learn to sell yourself to these clients. When they begin to see that this person can really do it, it means that they are buying what you are selling, but they actually pay for it. So how do you sell yourself? Build great profiles. Portfolio I talked about before, build that as well. Your profile on Upwork, on Fiverr, or any other platform that you get on, let it be mind-blowing. Let it tell the client that this person is the person that they want. So you have to learn to build these great profiles. And how do you do that? You can explore, check people's profiles. There are many people who are making it a lot in these different job boards and these different platforms. check their profiles. What is making them sell? Some of them don't even send applications. People just come to them. That's how good their profile is. So you have to build great profile, sell yourself there. And when you are eventually send applications, be confident. Don't tell them that I'm just learning, I would like to learn with you. Tell them that you can do it. True, I'm just starting out, but I can do it. You know, in not exactly in these words, but you have to package it. All of these things that we've discussed, all of these 5 things that we've discussed, I discussed them in in greater details somewhere else. Let me show you. Yes, in this book, Content Writing for Beginners, How to Become a Professional Writer and Win High-Paying Clients in Very Little Time, even if you think you can't write. This book, it's not just for beginners. True, I put for beginners there because I dedicated the chapters 1 to 3 to those who have no writing experience at all, those who have never written in their lives in a professional manner, so that they were able to get a grasp on what writing is and get up to speed. But for those who are already writers, who are already on these different platforms, I think chapters 4 downwards, they are for you. They are for you. All of these things that we mentioned before that can help you to win high-paying clients and make thousands of dollars, they are out there. Getting an Upwork, building a great profile. They give you everything, every single detail. In fact, somebody from Leap Africa, a senior programs officer, was like, this book is so detailed that I feel you should let it go global. Don't limit it to just Nigerians and all that. Make it go global because everybody needs to see this. And I'm happy to share it with you right now. For those of you who are here, I'm going to just let you know that I have a special offer for you on this book. You are not going to buy like everyone else. You are going to buy it different, but just take note of the link. I don't know if there are any questions. Now is the time to ask. But I'm going to be dropping the link to the book on your on the group chat, on the chat, and then I will email it to you so that you can grab the offer while it lasts. For you right now, I'm going to be selling this book at 2,500. But after now, perhaps in a few days, it will go up to 5,000, and that's on period because there's a lot of value in there for you. But anyway, let me take some questions before inviting some of the guest speakers to tell you more. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to take them. Okay. It seems everything is clear and there are no questions. So the time is fast spent. I'll be inviting Mr. Justice Ejumomo to tell us about copywriting. We'll tell us about how writing has helped him in his journey. And I want to tell you that this guy is also an amazing guy. He's into different fields. Sometimes I don't know what to call him, if he's a copywriter, if he's a tech guy, if he's a businessman, a lot of things in his heart. So I'll just let him speak the importance of writing and everything. All right, Mr. Justice, you're up.
That introduction, I don't understand, but I think it's one of those things. Hey guys, good evening, everybody. I want to believe everybody can hear me. The rain is actually falling outside, so I actually hope my sound is not muted. Okay, yeah, so perfect. I only have a few minutes to talk to you, and yeah, thank you so much, Precious. That was a very, very amazing presentation. You know, when you were speaking, I was reflecting. You know, I was thinking about the things you were saying, and it makes perfect sense because in my own way, I've walked a similar journey. Of course, it's a different experience. Right? I mean, like so stuff is that okay? They tell themselves, okay, fine. I need to know how to do something that can make me money. Because at the end of the day, for many persons, they want to make money. They want to better their lives. They want to improve their living, maybe help their family, help themselves too, right? They've gone to school. Some of them did not go to the society that they live in today is one that favors those who have a skill, those who know how to sell that skill, and those who know how to get that skill. Take notes. I'm very, very careful my choice of words right here. Now, many people, they know this, and then they study whatever, to be exposed to so much information, like so much, and then they get overwhelmed and then they don't act. That's the crazy part. They get overwhelmed and they don't act. Now, what Precious has successfully done right now on this call that got me so impressed is that he has been able to break down every single thing, all the complicated stuff, to a simple step-by-step process that all you have to do is plug in and let it play for you. That's just it. He has shown you proof that it works. Now, what I want to do now is I'm going to talk a little bit about my own aspects here, but I just want to bring in this part just before we go even further. What I want to bring in right now is a danger I probably would face starting out. Now, this is amazing. I promise you, you're going to win at this if you put your mind to it. But then there's a danger you're probably going to face starting out. I'm going to illustrate this danger using 2 real-life examples. And these examples are people that I know personally, yeah? People I know personally. Now, one of them is he learned a particular skill in the line of digital marketing, whatnot. He paid for a course. It was even not a Nigerian-based course, was foreigners and the likes. And then he went down on it and he studied. And then he finished. And then it was like, okay, Justice, like this now. I've done this, I done this, but I need money, or I don't know how to use it to get a job or to get someone to come help him to do it for him. I'm like, dude, what's do you have like what were you actually you know what to do, but what you don't know is how do you bring that stuff to life to get it to work for you. That was the stage it was at. Now I'm going to contrast his experience now with some other person I know still. Now, this person I'm telling you about is somebody who is in one of my paid communities, yeah. This guy, upon working together, conversation together, we got to he got to tell me that Justice is making about $1 million per month off his writing stuff. I'm like, wow, that's impressive. That's really cool, right? I haven't shared his experience on my status, WhatsApp status. And people are like, guy, how was he able to do it? Because this is the same content writing that people say they're trying to do, and then they get paid bigger sums, and or at the same time, they get paid almost zero. And then you see some people that tell you, say, oh, they are content writer, they go on selling courses for you to make money. The same stuff. But now there's somebody, real life person here, pulling over $1 million per month from the same stuff. And they were like, Justice, please connect us with this guy and stuff like that. All right. What the guy does is simple. The same stuff. Interestingly, this guy started up, was a banker previously, sometime in 2019, and then off it went. This was going one way, need to get a skill, and then he paid for a course in something in content writing, and then he started learning the stuff, put his head down on it. And this is the thing. He started off small, and then, you know, when Precious was telling you something about niches, something that people have so much interest in, that is something that can scale. That's what he did. With the way the world was changing, advent of things like crypto, things like Web3, this guy, that's why they know how to do this stuff. However, I was telling you about, you have to do this often so you get better. He's telling you how he started off not as good as he is right now, but all of those things, those times he spent developing himself, contributed to the success he's getting right now. And that's what this guy did. Brought the same stuff now to this niche, which was the niche of Web3, crypto, and the likes of them. And he connected with some of his friends that were in this friend is now linked in, just like when people around you, make sure that they know what it is you are into, so that you don't know where your referral is going to come from. And that could be like this start and stress, like he wasn't making any serious money. And now as he has more time, he's working at something that he enjoys and is making far more probably make. That's the power that comes when you need people to pay you for it. You know, when Precious sent me the manuscript of this book that I launched, when he sent it to me to go through, it's only about that person in Lip Africa that was like absolutely amazed. Me, I don't know. I was blown to hell, if I can use that term. Now, this is why. I realized that every single thing was broken down to how a 5-year-old can understand. Now, you see, when it comes to this concept, sometimes they tell you, okay, this is how you craft an headline. This is a formula you could use to do this, or this is how you could elicit the right emotions in whoever is going to read through your content and the likes of it, or this is how you can write in a way that is going to get this result that your client wants you to achieve. This thing seems like Spanish sometimes, especially when you have like zero experience. But now I was going through previous content, I was like, guy, if only I had this when I was starting out, like, this is so amazing. This is dope. And I promise you it's dope. If you don't know anything in this, like if anything with experience, it's not so much sense. Now, the amazing thing about this is that you are not limited to just one industry. I think I've mentioned a little bit about that. The guy who I told you I know, who was able to connect it to a different industry, I was able to make money through it, right? Now, you can even move from the point where you are, unquote, writing just content for clients to where you could even make it a bigger business. See, personally, anything good thing I'm doing this one is equal to making money. So literally, any skill I have, any single thing I know how to do, I ask myself, okay, what problem is this thing solving? What industry, what niche, what businesses can I use this stuff to provide solution to? And that is how you see copywriting came to be. Now, for copywriting, it's like, okay, we're writing still, but this time we are right to sell, get business owners, people perhaps who have a product that they want to sell, they have created something amazing and they want people to buy that stuff. It could be a course, it could be a tech product, it could even work in tech, it could be a tech product like a software, any single thing at all. That is amazing. They spend so much money into developing that stuff. And if they cannot sell it, if they cannot get users to use that stuff, they're not going to make any money. And they want to make money. So you now, okay, how do I use this stuff? How do I get this person to make more sales of writing sales copy for him? That is how copywriting came into being. That is just what copywriting is entirely. So you see now, same skill, writing, but this time you're using to solve a particular problem. Of course, you have to grow even further than being basic, but then it's targeted towards, it's still the same thing. Now, when you write content for people, what are you doing right now? You're solving a problem. These people perhaps own a business and they have to put out regular contents. It could be on their websites, it could be on their blogs and whatnot. These things have to be there because if it's not there, their business is not a serious business. People are not going to get to see what they are doing. And they want people to see what they are doing so that they can make money. And so you know how to present your brand, how to write about the stuff that they want you to write about in a way that can capture people's attention and get them to be like sold on the brand image and whatnot. And now they want you to do that for them. And since you know that you have this skill, you know how to do this. When you reach out to these people now, you see now, they are presenting your craft as someone that can solve a problem. That's what differentiates the first guy I told you about from the second guy. That the first guy has a skill, or he thinks he has a skill, but he has like almost zero idea how to present that skill into a solution to a problem that people face. Because if only he had that mindset in his head, that thought process, then he can realize that, okay, fine, the first thing I have to do is, okay, how do I get myself to be that kind of person that can sell this stuff to this person? And how do I know how to pitch these folks? Or how do I know how to find these folks that need me and get them to see, oh, dude, I'm the doctor to your ailment. Yeah, I can solve this for you. And then they pay you top dollar for it. Now take note, I'm saying top dollar. Does not mean you have to start from top dollar. You can start from small and grow. But the beautiful thing is this, yeah. The fact that you started at this level does not mean you remain at this level, because the more you get better, the better you write. The more you write, you have to take notes. It's a skill. You have to keep on eating at it to get better. The more you write, the better you become. And before you know what's happening, dude, you are headed for the top. This is no motivational speech. And I'm sorry if it's coming across that way, but it can be, but it's not. It's me being passionate about telling you what works. So now what's left for you at this point? Yourself. So if you were me, this makes sense. This makes sense, right? I've been doing this stuff before. I've been doing this stuff before. Now this stuff is similarly appealing to me. Ask yourself, does this look like something I can do? Now, if you ask me, I'll tell you yes, because people who have been doing this myself, I've done something along this line. Of course, I've metamorphosed in my line of career to include some other stuffs, yeah. But then I don't have two heads. Precious here, who is our instructor, does not have two heads. There are people who are even less knowledgeable than you are, sorry to use the term, less smarter than you are, but dude, they're making a killing of it to try something different. Now, what's that something different? Now, this is it. I believe that if you have to win at something, you have to follow a proven system. Simple. Because if you've been doing something that is not working for you, then, dude, if you've been pushing, and that door is not opening, then common sense tells you that, see, if push not they work, make a try pull the door, come my side, if you open, right? So if you've been pushing, and it's not working, you pull. A proven system. And that proven system is exactly what Precious have broken down for every single person in this book. Now, if I was Precious, I probably wouldn't be selling for the amount of selling this. I probably wouldn't be doing this class for free. If you're my WhatsApp standard, I tell you, see, I'm done sharing free content for people. I'm going to start billing you because it's going to make you to sit your asses up and take action and win, right? I do a lot of paid communities and all of them are paid and they're intentional because then the fire is in your butts and you want to work at the stuff and win. But now this is a special gift. You picked up so many valuable gems today. Now, you can leave this call right now and click on the link that Precious has given you, which is ridiculously cheap, if you ask me. 2,500 naira. Even if you sell it for 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, it's crazy cheap. I've read this stuff. I'm telling you right now, it's crazy cheap for that amount. But now, you could still go in now and pay for the stuff and probably won't do anything with it. And now I'm telling you right now to ask yourself, I'll tell yourself that, see, these guys don't have to head. I want to get this stuff. Yes, you need to get it. Whether you are just somebody who owns a business, whether you are looking to sell this stuff to people and get paid top dollars for it, everyone should know how to write content. That's what I think about it here. So if you are getting this stuff, which I'm recommending, I'm telling you right now, to go click on the link and get it right away, then commit to following through the process. And I don't know if Precious has any special offer in terms of maybe a group mentorship. I don't know if he's selling that differently or if he does not have it. I can't really tell, but yeah, given the fact that you are here, maybe he could even give you some access to him for like a bit of a month, or maybe you get access to the stuff and you could have a accountability group or something. I don't know. Maybe he's going to have something like that for you guys. But yeah, take advantage of this opportunity. Don't just read through the book. The book is amazing. It's like you're having a conversation with a trusted Elon Musk kind of figure, but this time for this beautiful stuff of content writing. That's just what it is. That's how it feels. Now, you go through every single thing, it's breaking down for you in a language that even a 5-year-old can understand. What you have to do is plug and play. Replicate the process step by step. Don't just procrastinate on it. No, take action. Now, you might be amazed that in 2 weeks, in a month of taking action, you're going to begin seeing results. It's only about somebody who got started at this stuff, and in the first proposal he sent, he started getting results. I have a similar kind of experience, right? You can be like that. You could have your first results in a month, in 2 months from today, just because of this choice or the decision you're going to make right now. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, this is roughly it. I wish I had more time. I can go on and on. Sometimes when I start talking, I get so passionate and I don't know where to stop. But I think I just to mute my mouth and zip it so that I don't finish all the time on this meeting. But thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the effort you made, every single one of you, to show up live on this call. It's amazing. I believe you deserve a round of applause. Top one for that matter. So yeah, go on. Take advantage of this offer is giving you, because probably you're not going to get it the same ever again. Take advantage of it right now. Use it and start seeing results, because that's what matters. All right, guys.
Thank you very much, Justice. That was really heartwarming. Thank you very much for all the kind words. And I know you mean every bit of it. And I can testify that they are true. Thank you very much. Thank you. Our time is fast spent, but we have one more guest speaker who will be talking for 10 minutes or less. So I know he has a wealth of knowledge. I've worked with him, I've seen him grow, and I've seen the things he can do. I know he's an amazing writer, an e-com merchant, and everything top. Let me not talk much. Let me invite Goodness or Biker to tell you a little more about how he uses writing to do his business and his experience with the book as well. Goodness.
Okay, good evening, guys. First of all, Precious has been helping me. You guys should disregard all that. After listening to Justice speak, I don't know. I've read the book. I was motivated to go and click the link again. Say, wait till they have. to go and buy. And yes, I think everything Justice said about the book is that and more. I think I would mention I don't take a lot of our time. We've already spent a lot of time. I had lots of things that I already planned to say, but I think Justice covered most of them. And I'll try to keep to time. I'll just talk first about e-commerce. First of all, it was content writing that gave me the capital that I used to start e-commerce. So if I told anything, I'm grateful to content writing. Yes, I remember when Precious gave me some jobs, I wrote, and then he paid me, kept the money, and then almost the same time, a friend of mine came, gave me a job. How much did she pay me then? I think it was $100 that she paid me. So I gathered everything, and then I started. First, I bought the course on e-commerce, consumed it. It was still content writing that I used to write, gathered money again, started. So to me, I'm grateful to content writing, and anywhere the praise of content writing is, I will be there to shout its praise, to shout its, how grateful I am to content writing. Now, I would mention first how content writing helped me, how content writing has helped me for e-commerce. But first, let's ask, I'd like to know, how many of us understand or know what e-commerce is? Have an idea of what e-commerce is? I'd like to just see the chat section. Perhaps just say, yes, I do, something like that. Okay, yeah, Precious says it does. I'd like to see perhaps one more, two more, since we've already spent time. Okay, yeah, Gift says, okay, Innocent, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. So e-commerce basically is selling online. But the branch of e-commerce that I do is selling physical products online. Now, sometimes you go on Facebook, you see certain adverts. Perhaps one of the adverts that you've seen belongs to me. Yes. And so basically I look for products that people are looking for that solves a problem. And then I craft a marketing message around it. And then I sell it on Facebook, on TikTok, and sometimes on Google. Now, here's where content marketing, because some of us on this call might not have maybe the goal or the long-term plan might not be to stick with content marketing, and it's fine. I started out to content marketing, and then I moved on. No, sorry, content writing, and then I moved on to e-commerce. It's fine. It's totally fine. First of all, it can give you the funds that you need to start up. Yes, and then it sets you apart. It sets you apart from others who are going to be doing e-commerce. So people, all they do is pick a product. They don't write anything meaningful. Yes, you just string words together, blah blah blah, and then they begin to run the ad. Content marketing is content writing is what will help you. Okay, how do I structure this message so that people listen to it and they're like, okay, I want to buy, And quite frankly, I'll say it has helped me. I remember the product that I sold that made me lots of money. I wouldn't like to mention the price. I just sat down. I was like, okay, this product, it will make sense. So I sat down, opened the laptop. It was early in the morning, around 5. I wrote around 5:15. I had finished writing. I put it on Facebook ads, and in the evening. Okay, in the evening, I got order. I'm like, okay, it's like this thing that I wrote that in my head did not make sense. It made sense to other people. And what made that easy for me, I didn't have to overthink it. I already be practicing with content writing. So yeah, it helped me. And yes, the book talks a lot about it. There are some principles in e-commerce that the book talks about. For instance, picking niches, starting out, you don't know the niche to start out. It's the same thing with e-commerce. If you're going to pivot into e-commerce, I would not advise a beginner to just go and say, okay, this is the niche I want to know. Explore different niches. And the same thing, the book talks about that, that principle. Then when you start e-commerce, eventually you're going to write blogs, you're going to write sales pages, you have social media pages that you'll be managing. You have to write something. Okay, you might not be the one writing it, you might employ someone. Yes, if the person submits the work, you need to know what to expect, what is on par. Say, okay, this one makes sense. So or this does not make sense. You need to know. And what would help you know is because you already have the idea of content writing. So yeah, content writing has helped me a lot. Yeah, I don't take a lot of time. So I think I'll talk about the book. The book, I don't even know what to say about the book. Justice did justice to the book because yes, the book is everything and more. Everything and more. And I also contributed to the book. So you would also be learning from it how I started out, how to get clients, yes, how to code page and the rest and the rest. And now there's something that I have not mentioned it to Precious until this call. It was while Justice was talking about the whole stuff. And while I was reviewing the book before this call, because I remember I read it some months back when he gave me the manuscript. So I had to review it again for this webinar. While I was doing that, I was like, this thing is good. Though. There's some people who know your word. They will say, okay, are you sure that I'll be able to get clients? So here's what I want to do. For everyone who clicks on the link and buys between now and 12 o'clock, there is this course I have that is sold for $101. Upwork in 1 hour, how to set up your profile, how to set up everything so that you get clients on Upwork. Like the person who I bought that course from has gotten clients worth over $100,000, and I got it from him. I tried it back then, and it's part of still what helped me then. I have people who have tried the same, like just following the same structure in the course, and they've made money from it. I have access to the course. So for everyone who gets the course, from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock today, they also get access to that. No, sorry, this book, yes, they also get access to that course. I'll make sure Precious does that. I'm going to send it to him. And I'm sure Precious will also provide support too for those who get the book. First of all, to motivate them so that you're not just buying it and keeping it. No, you must read it. And then you're going to implement it because we need testimonials. And when we get testimonials, we're not going to sell it for 5,000. I know it's not going to go for 5,000. It's going to increase because yes, now we now say that, okay, first of all, we know it works, but now we've got external proof that it works. And so it's going to go up. So I'm just adding that up again. And yes, I think I should just mention that. Did I speak more than 10 minutes? I hope I did not. I'll stop.
Thank you very much. Goodness, you are far too kind, and I appreciate all the kind words. Thank you is all I can really say, and I know that you feel what you've said. So, guys, just click on the link. And like they said, I actually have a special offer for all of you that took out the time to attend this webinar. I'm offering you, and I'm actually screen grabbing the page right now so that I make sure I don't miss these people. For all of you who are going to get the book right now, I'm going to offer a special 1-month mentorship session. You know, just buy the book, read it. When you are done reading, you can come to me, and your 1-month mentorship session starts from there. We can get you on different platforms and then mentor you on how you write to attract clients and whatnot for a month. So yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, Justice says this is too much now. True, but it takes a lot for people to attend a webinar like this. So I want to make sure that all of you here get the best. Others are going to get, peanuts, but you should eat well. So just click on the link and yeah, and enjoy. Okay, someone asked a question, so I will quickly address that question. Okay, Mega Queen, you said you mentioned something about links, putting links of your writings on your portfolio, and also about the clippings.me. Okay, you don't really understand that part. Okay, I was talking about a portfolio, yeah? A portfolio is more or less a term that used to describe a combination of the jobs that you've done, in one place. This time, I'm advising you to put that one place should be online, because the truth is you write on your laptop, you write on your phone, and they can stay on your phone. And maybe when you see a client, you want to send from your phone. I'm saying, no, keep these things online so that if they're online, you have a link to share to somebody. If someone says, I want to see your portfolio, you give them that link, they go there, they see a list of the articles that you've written, and they have access to samples of these articles. That's what I mean by a portfolio. And then the clippings.me that I mentioned is a portfolio website, somewhere you can go and create a portfolio where you can keep your articles and write something about yourself. So when someone asks you, where's your portfolio, you give them your clippings.me link, and they go there and they see the articles that you have written. And yeah, it could get you the job. I don't know if that answers your question, Mega Queen.
Yes, it does.
All right, thank you very much. I want to say a special thank you to all of you once again. Our time is fast spent. I don't know if you've clicked that link. If you have not, now is the time to do so, just before we end the meeting. So you can click on the link and get it for 2.5 now. I'm not saying, I can't guarantee you that's the price is going to be if you wake up tomorrow morning to check it out. So I think you should really look at it right now. And just a minute, let me screen grab this page so that I know everybody that is available right now on this call to give these special offers that we've shared right here. Okay, I've got that. Thank you very much, everyone. Goodness is saying tomorrow morning, you won't have access to the offer that you gave, which to me is surprising, it's mind-blowing. It's really mind-blowing. Thank you very much, Goodness, once more. So please, I'm giving you the opportunity right now before this meeting ends to click on the link. And like I said, I'm going to send the link once more to your email addresses. So just be ready in case you are not able to click on it and get it right now. Before we close the meeting, does anybody have any question they want to ask? Okay. In the absence of questions, I want to say thank you very much and good night to all of you.